We're still looking at factoring out the greatest common factor, but I wanted to talk to you about this special case. If you have a lead term that is a negative lead term, and you see this is a negative 14 leading us off here. When you see that, it's usually a good idea to go ahead and factor out a negative common factor, just so that you are not leading off with a negative term in that first position inside the parentheses. All right, so I'm looking at this, and I can see that the GCF, looking at the 14, the 7, and the 21, that's going to be a GCF of 7. I'm looking for the lowest exponent on the b variable, and it looks like that's b to the first. And I'm looking for the lowest exponent on the y variable, and it looks like that is y to the first. Now, I said because we were leading off with a negative, we were going to take out a negative GCF. So I'm just going to show you one of these. I want you to see how that affects the terms inside the parentheses. So when you take this first term, negative 14by to the third, and you divide it by a negative 7by, you can see that negative divided by negative is going to give you positive. In this case, the number is 2, 14 divided by 7. The b's cancel out, and y to the third divided by y to the first is y to the second. All right, the second term is negative 7b squared y. I'm going to divide that also by negative 7by. And again, negative divided by negative is positive. This is going to be a positive 1. B squared divided by b to the first is b, and of course the y's cancel out. And let me see where I can squeeze this in. A positive 21 by to the second, again dividing by negative 7by. You can see that that's going to give me a negative 3. Positive divided by negative. The b's cancel out. Y to the second divided by y to the first is y. So you'll notice what happens here is that what started out as negative, negative, positive inside the parentheses is now positive, positive, negative. So when you factor out that negative greatest common factor, what it does is it results in a reversing of the signs inside the parentheses.